average number of boys and girls in 4 different schools, A, B, C, D, and also give a number of boys in these schools. So we have A, B, C, D, boys, girls. Boys, number of boys, white line. Come on, start. 50, 80, each line is 10, right? 50, 80, 40, 60. 50, 80, 40, 60. And green line is average number of boys and girls. To calculate sum, we'll have to take 2 times, correct? Yes. So if average is 100, sum is, if 200 is sum, girls becomes 150. Next. Average is 150. Sum, is it number of boys or percentage of boys? Number of boys only. Okay. Total 300. 220 are girls. Next. 170. 340. 300. Next. 190. 380. 380. That means 320. It is not even cumulative also. Fine. Let's see. Find the number of ratio of total number of boys in schools BC together, total number of girls in BC together. BC, how many boys are there? 120. Let me write here 120. Ratio between boys and girls. How many girls are there? 520. 0, 0 gets cancelled. Cancellation with 4. 3 times 4, 13 times. 3 is to 13, second option. Out of total number of students in school D and E, 2/5 and 3/4 students are from city X and the remaining are from city Y. The total number of students from Y in both the schools together is 278. Then find the difference between total number of students in D and E together. Okay. So now, how many cities we have? 2 cities, X and Y. In both cities, they are talking about students from D and E. Okay. So now look at this. Out of total number of students in school D, 2/5 of the students are from city X. 2/5. They are talking about number of students. There is no segregation between boys and girls. So out of total 380, 2/5, 40%. What is 40%? 10%. Double, double. What is 10%? Double. 76. Double. 152. 152 are from city X. And the remaining in the sense subtracting 152 people only, which is 228. So remaining 228 people are from city Y. Next. Total number of students from city Y in both schools together is 278. Entity. If total number of students from city Y in both cities, city Y, both we have 278. Out of 278, 225 has come from D. Then how much is remaining? 50. These 50 people are from E only. In E, let us assume 100% people are there. Out of 100%, 40% goes to X. Remaining 60% goes to Y. 2/5 in the sense 40%, right? So I am writing in that way. Is that okay? Whoever are there from school C, D or E, out of them 40% goes to X. 60% goes to Y. Now 60% is equal to 50. Then the question is difference between total number of students from D and E. In D we already know there are 380 people. And now we need to calculate. Something is wrong. We will not get 3/4, right? Yes, I am mistaken. Yes. In D total we have 380 people. Now this is equal to 3/4 of population from E. అయినా కానీ రాదు కదా, 3 multiple లేదు. Just hold this question for some time, we will come back. Okay. The average weight of boys in school A is 40 kgs and average weight of boys in school A is 46 kgs. Find the average weight of girls in school A. Okay. So now I will take alligation method. These are boys, these are girls, and this is about total class strength. Okay. Total average is mentioned as 40. Boys average mentioned as 46. This is from which school? In A. In A, boys to girls ratio, how much is this? 1:3. So here also the ratio of boys and girls must be 1:3. We already know that fact. This is one part and this is 3 parts. Alligation 46/40. Difference is 6. If 3 parts is equal to 6, 1 part is equal to 2. Then girls must be the difference between 40 and 2, which is 38. 38 first option. If the total number of students in school X is 20% more than that in school C, and the number of boys in school X is 50% more than number of boys in school C, then find the number of girls in X. Now they are talking about a new class X. In X also we have boys and girls. Total number of students in X is 20% more than that of C. What is 20% of this number? 68. 68 more in the sense that is 408 people are there. And number of boys in X is 50% more than boys in C. Boys in C 40, 50% is 20, 20 more in the sense 60. If 60 are boys, 348 girls must be there. And the question is about number of girls, which is 348, fourth option. The total number of girls in school A and school B together. Girls from A and B together, how much we have? 370. Is approximately what percent more than total number of students in B? Total number of students in B is 300. So now the question is 370 is how much more than 300? How much more? 70 upon 300. Percentage 100. 0 zeros cancel. 70 by 3. 23 1 by 3 percentage. Exact answer is there. What is the difference between number of girls in C and number of boys in B, C, D together? Girls in C 300. Boys in B, C, D together 180. We were asked to calculate difference, that is 120. Keep it as it is, we will come back later to solve that leftover question. AB entered into partnership with investments in the ratio 3000, 4000 respectively, and after X months C joined the partnership with the investment of 4500. If the ratio of the profit after 1 year obtained by ABC is 343, then find the value of X. See, you have complete information regarding AB and some information regarding C. The question is about C. So I will take either A or B and C is compulsory. In the numerator you can take either A or B because either of them we have complete information. We know their investments and we know their time period because they are there from the beginning. Are you okay? Now whom should I take in the numerator, A or B? A. Then I will take profit of A by profit of C, which is 3 by 3. That is from the ratio. A investment is 3000, C investment is 4500. A is there for 12 months. If C joins after X months, he will be there for 12 minus X. This is 1. 1500 2 times, 1500 3 times, 3 4 times. 12 minus X is equal to 8, X is equal to X is equal to 4. That means C joined after 4 months. Instead of profit of A, you can even start with profit of B also. You'll get the same answer. A vessel contains 500 liters of mixture of milk and water in the ratio 3:2 and 20% of mixture is removed. 20% of mixture is removed from 500 liters, right? Come on. That means how much quantity is taken out? How much is present? So in this 400, milk and water will be in the ratio 3:2. Can I take 60% and then 40%? 60% is 240, 40%, 160. And X liters of water is added, then milk becomes 50% of the mixture. If milk is 50%, water is also 50%. That means they both are equal quantities, correct? So after adding X liters of water, they both becomes equal, 50% and 50%. From this, X is equal to 80. Now the question is about value of 2x 160 plus 10 170. Over. The ratio of distance covered by boat in downstream in 6 hours to distance covered by the boat in still water is 5 hours. In 5 hours is 3:2. So we were given distance ratio. Whose distance? Upstream distance and still water. Downstream. Downstream in 6 hours, still water in 5 hours. If the upstream speed of the boat is 18 km per hour, the speed of the boat in still water is. So now I want to calculate speeds ratio. First one is downstream, M plus S. Next one is still water, that is M. What are these related to? Speeds. What do you mean by speed? Distance by time. Distance is ratio mentioned as 3:2 and the time. In downstream, 3 parts distance is covered in how much time? 6 hours. In still water, 2 parts distance is covered in how much time? 5 hours. This is 1/2, 2/5. If you simplify this, we will get 5:4. Correct? 5 parts is downstream speed, 4 parts is man speed. From this, stream speed is equal to 1 part. Upstream speed is equal to 3 parts. M minus S. Are you following? If this is equals to 18, we were asked to calculate man speed, that is 4 parts. 3 how many times is 18? 4 6 times 24. Followed? Are you done? The speed ratio of the speed of the train A to train B is 3:2 and the length of train A is 60 meters more than length of train B. If the time taken by A and train B to cross an electric pole is 10 seconds and then 12 seconds respectively, then find the sum of speeds of train A and train B. Okay. Now, train A's speed is 3 parts, B's speed is 2 parts. We were asked to calculate sum, which is 5 parts. Answer must be 5 multiple. All are 5 multiple. So we have to calculate. Train A takes how much time to cross an electric pole? 10 seconds. With the speed 3 parts. If a train crosses an electric pole, distance covered is train length only. So distance is equal to speed into time. Speed is 3 parts. Time is 10 seconds. 30 parts is length of train A. Distance covered in that case where it crosses a pole. Followed? Now, train B takes 12 seconds to cross an electric pole. Even in that case, if you calculate distance, that is equal to length of train B only. Distance is speed into time. Speed of train B, 2 parts. Time taken, 12 seconds. 12 into 2, 24 parts. So length of train A is 30 parts, length of train B is 24 parts. And we also have one more information which says length of A is 60 meters more than train B. That means difference is equals to 60 only. 6 parts is equal to 60. We were asked to calculate 5 parts, that is 50. Over. 150% of A is equal to B and the sum of B and C is 105. 20% of A is 6 less than 20% of C. Find the sum of A, B, C. Okay. Now it is given that we have A, B, C. 150% of A is equals to B. If A is 100%, 150% is B. Clear? Clear? Next condition, sum of BC is given. Forget about that, we'll consider later. 20% of A is 6 less than 20% of C. Percentages are same. 20% of A, 20% of C. Correct? Which is more? A value more or C value more? C value is more. So I can say 20% of C is equal to 6 more than 20% of A. If I want to calculate 100% of C, how many times are we taking? Right hand side also 5 times, right? Then it must be 100% of A plus 30. Already B is represented with respect to A only. B is 150% of A. Yes. Now C is 100% of A plus 30. Now condition 2 comes to picture. Condition 2 says sum of B and C is equal to 105. Sum of B and C in the sense 250% plus 30. If it is equal to 105, 250% is equal to plus 30 goes to the other side. 105 minus 30, that is 75. Now we were asked to calculate sum of A, B, C. In terms of percentage, A plus B plus C, only percentage, I will consider 350%. Then we will add 30. Ikkada 30 undi kada. Then we will get the answer. 250% is equal to 75. Upon 250%, what percentage gives you the right hand side number? We need relation kada. 75 forms what percent of 250? 30%. Even here also we have to calculate 30%, right? 30% of 350? 105. But our answer is sum of A, B, C. In A, B, C, earlier we consider only percentage. But 30 more need to be added, right? Come on. If you add 30 more, answer is 135. First case, I considered only 100, 150, 100. That is what I am writing 350% here. When we were asked to calculate sum of A, B, C, earlier we missed 30. So I am adding 30 also now. A bought a cycle for X rupees and he sold it to B at a profit of 600. B sold it to C at a loss of 15%. If the amount paid by A is 150 less than that of C, then find the amount paid by B. Okay, right. 3 members are there. A first purchased it for X rupees. I will take X as 100%. for simplification purpose. Then A sold it to B at a profit of 600. Then B will pay 100% plus 600. Correct? Then now B is selling it to C at loss. How much percent? 15%. So we have to calculate 15% of every number and need to subtract 15% of 100%, 15 only, less 85%. 15% of 600, 90, less 510. Okay. So now C will pay 85% plus 510. Now one more information which says amount paid by A is 150 less than that of C. So 150 is the difference. Difference between A and C. Between A and C, which value is more? Which is more? C is more because A is paying less. That means C is more. 85% plus 510 minus 100% is equal to 150. How much is this? Plus 15 or minus 15? That value goes to right hand side, becomes positive 15. 150 comes left hand side, becomes minus 510 minus 150. 360. 15% is equal to 360. And we were asked to calculate amount paid by B. How much is amount paid by B? 100% plus 600. So let's calculate 100%, then we can add 600 later. From the first statement, if 15% is 360, I am just adding 0 here. 150% is equal to 3600. Is that okay? Now observe these two. They are in what respective ratio? 3:2. 3 parts is equal to 3600. Then 2 parts is equal to 2400. But our answer is to identify amount paid by B. B is paying 600 more. Answer is 3000. Over 83 onwards. The pie chart given below shows the percentage distribution of total space available in 4 hard disks, namely A, B, C, D. Total space available 500 GB. Total space used 200 GB. Okay. A, B, C, D. First I'll write total. Then I will use used. And I will say not used. Out of 500 GB, A occupies 25%, which is 1/4, 125. B, 16%. 16% of 500 or 500% of 16, which is 5 times of 16, 80. C, 35%. 35 5 times, 175. 24 5 times, 120. Got it? Come on. Next, used space. Out of 200, A used 20%. 20%, 40. Unused, 85. B, 30%. 60. Unused, 20. C, 40%. 80. Unused, 95. D, 10%. 20. Unused, 100. Out of total used space in hard disk A, 15% of it is movies. How much is used space in A? Come on, 40. So out of 40, 15%, 6 GB towards movies. 1/4 of it is games. 1/4, 10. That is related to games. Remaining used space is for other type of files. Already 16 we have, remaining 24. This is for others. Find the used space by other type of files in hard disk A. How much is related to others? 24 GB. Yes. Audio files and video files are the used spaces in hard disk B and C. The total space used by audio files in both the hard disk, together it is 110 GB. We have either audio or video. Total audio it is 110. And the space used by audio files in hard disk B is 4 times the space used by video files in hard disk C. Find the total space used by audio files in hard disk C. Okay. Now we have B and C. Question is related to only B and C. In B and C, how much is the used space? 60 and 80. So 60 is in B. 80 is in C. How much is total? 140. Out of 140, we have only two segregations. One is either audio or video. Audio already they said 110, then video must be 30. Correct? Next, condition says space used by audio files in hard disk B. Audio in hard disk B is 4 times the space used by video files in hard disk C. Video files in hard disk C. So if it is X, this becomes 4X. Out of 60, 4X is already here, then remaining in the sense 60 minus 4X. Correct? When you add these two video files, that must be equal to 30 only. 60 minus 4X plus X. 60 minus 3X must be equals to 30. From this, 3X is equal to 30. X is equal to 10. Question is, find the total space used by audio files in hard disk C. So we already know X is equal to 10. Total C value is 80. Out of 80 GB, 10 GB is used for video. Then remaining 70 GB is used for audio only. Second option. Ratio of unused space in hard disk D to hard disk X is 5:4. First of all, we don't have hard disk X. So now I am writing X here. Are they talking about used space or unused space? And order is important. D followed by X. D, unused space is 5 parts only. Unused space in D is 100 GB. If 5 parts is equal to 100 GB, 4 parts must be 80 GB. Unused space in disk X is 40% of total space available in hard disk X. If 40% is equal to 80, 100% is equal to 200. Out of 200, 80 GB is unused, then 120 GB is used. Find the total space available in hard disk X. Total space 200 GB, second option. Or find the ratio of used space in hard disk A to the unused space in hard disk B and D together. Used space in A 40, unused in B and D 120, ratio 1:3. Find the difference between The average total space available in hard disk B, C, D and the unused space in hard disk B and C. We need to take difference for average. Total space in B, C, D. Total space in B, C, D. 80, 120, 200. 200 plus 175. 375. We were asked to calculate average by 3. 125. And total unused space in B and C. Unused space in B and C. How much is this? 20 plus 95. 115. So even for 115 also we need to calculate average by 2. How much is that? 57.5. Average కాదు, ఓన్లీ సమ్మే, ఇక్కడ యావరేజ్ అక్కర్లేదు. So this is 115 and we were asked to calculate difference between these two, which is 10. '88 onwards. Age of A before 6 years is 5/4 of present age of C and B is 12 years elder than C. If the sum of ages of A, B, C before 4 years is 58 years, then find the present age of A. Now we have A, B, C. 3 members are there. Present age. Sum of ages of A, B, C 4 years back is 58. 4 years back sum is given. But I want to calculate their present ages sum. That means for each member we have to add 4 years. And like that, how many members are there? 3 members. So for 3 members, sum should increase by 3 into 4, 12. If you add 12 years to this number, present ages sum is equal to 70. At the same time, 6 years back, A's age is 5/4 times of present age of C. If you know present age of C, we can calculate A's age 6 years back, correct? But that comparison is given in fraction. If it is given in fraction, we always start with denominator. How much is denominator? 4. So I will take C age as 4x. 5/4 times of this number is 5x. So 6 years back, A's age was 5x. To get present age of C, how much we need to add? 6 years. Then present age of C, 5x plus 6. And at the same time, B is 12 years elder than C. That means B age must be 4x plus 12. That is present age of B. Sum of A, B, C ages. 4x, 4x, 5x. 13x. 6 plus 12. If 18 goes to right hand side, it becomes 70 minus 18, which is 52 only. From this, x is equal to 4. Present age of A is 5x plus 6. 5 into 4, 20 plus 6, 26. A bought a watch for certain price and he sold the watch after marking its price by 40%. And he gives a discount of 25%. If the sum of market price and the selling price of the watch is 7350, find the cost price of the watch. Let's say cost price is 100%. He marked it 40% above, that is 140%. And he gives a discount of 25%. 25% discount calculated on market price. How much is that? 35. Then selling price is going to be 140 minus 35, that is 105%. 7350 is sum of selling price and then market price. So 7350 is equal to 245%. 1% is 245. And we were asked to calculate cost price. 100% into 100. Is that okay? 245 3 times. 735. One more 0. 30 into 100. 3000 first option. The total number of employees in 2012 is 20% more than previous year. And the total number of employees in 2013 is 115% of total number of employees in 2011. So we have 2011, 2012, 2013. Let's start with 2011 as 100%. 12 it is 20% more than previous year. 20% more in the sense 120%. 2013 it is 115% of employees in 2011. 115% of this number is directly 115%. Over. If the total number of employees in 2012 is 15 more than total number of employees in 2013, that means difference is 15, correct? Difference in terms of percentage, 5%, which is equals to 15. Then 1% value is equal to, can I write it as 15 by 5? 1%. Total number of employees in 2011, which is 100% into 100. Answer 300. The ratio of perimeter of the square to the perimeter of the rectangle is 8:7. The ratio of length to breadth of the rectangle is 4:3. The side of the square is 5 meters more than the breadth of the rectangle. Find the area of the square. Square area. Okay. So answer must be a perfect square, right? Come on. It can be first option, second option, but not third, but not fourth. Fifth can be your answer because they are perfect squares, correct? Okay. So now, length to breadth ratio mentioned as 4:3. Length is 4 parts, breadth is 3 parts. Side of the square is 5 meters more than the breadth of the rectangle. That means it must be 3 parts plus 5, correct? 3 parts plus 5 is side of the square. Perimeter is 4 times. And perimeter of the rectangle is 2 times of L plus B. L plus B is equal to 7 parts. And the ratio mentioned as 8:7. 4 2 times 7 7 cancel. 3 parts plus 5 is equal to 4 parts. From that 1 part is equal to 5. Side of the square is equal to 3 parts plus 5, that is equals to 20. We were asked to calculate area. 20 square 400. Second option. Over. The ratio of efficiency of A to B is 3:2 and the ratio of the time taken by BC to complete the work is 3:4. So now I am talking about only efficiency. AB efficiency ratio 3:2. Time ratio for B and C is then efficiency ratio. So for B and C efficiency ratio is 4:3. For A and B it is 3:2. So BC efficiency ratio 4:3. AB must be 3:2. So we can write it as 6 and 4. This is about efficiency. Continue. The time taken by all together to complete the work is 120 by 13 days. Then find the time taken by A alone to complete 80% of the work. Now, A efficiency 6 parts, B efficiency 4 parts, C efficiency 3 parts. If they are working together, what is their efficiency? 13 parts. Now, all working together, they can complete the work in how many days? 120 by 13. Then total work is equal to all working together 13 parts into 120 by 13. This is total work, correct? Now who should complete this? A, where A efficiency is 6 parts. So time taken by A to complete total work is equal to this much. But the question is time taken by A to complete 80% only. Am I right? So we should take 80% of this time. 80%, can I write it as 4 by 5? PP, 13P gets cancelled. 6 into 5, 30. 30 how many times is 120? 4 times. 4 into 4, 16 days, direct answer. Over. A vessel contains milk and water in the ratio 4:3. If x liters of water is added, then the ratio of milk to water becomes 2:3. If x minus 20 liters of milk is added, then the ratio of milk and water becomes 2:1. Find the initial quantity of milk. Initial quantity of milk. Okay, right. So first case, what is the ratio? 4:3. X liters of water is added. So what is the quantity that we are adding? What quantity are we adding? How much anla x liters antunnaru? How much ante meer x liters anachchu. Na question adi kaadu kada. What is the quantity that we are adding? Water. Then which is constant here? Milk. Milk in initial container, it is in the ratio 4 parts. Even in next case also it must be 4 parts, right? But in next case, the ratio mentioned it as 2:3. In that, how much milk we have? 2 parts only. But it has to be 4 parts, right? That is the reason why I will take 2:3 as 4:6. Is that okay? That is equal to 4 parts of milk, 3 parts of water plus x liters. Is this okay? Right. Now, if 20x minus 20 liters of milk is added, then the ratio becomes 2:1. Second case, what is the quantity that we are adding? Which quantity are we adding? Milk. Then what is constant? Water. Water in the initial container is how many parts? 3 parts. So even now also it must be 3 parts, right? But here we have 1. So I will treat it as 6 by 3. Water is constant, which is 3 parts. Milk, x minus 20 is added. 4 parts plus x minus 20. 4 gets cancelled. From the first equation, I can write 6 parts is equal to 3 parts plus x. 3 parts is equal to x. 3 gets cancelled. Now here we will have 6 parts is equal to 4 parts plus x minus 20. If you rewrite it, 2 parts is equals to x minus 20. From this, in place of x, can we write 3 parts? So in place of x, if you write 3 parts, p is equal to 20. P is equal to 20. Now look at the question. We were asked to calculate, find the initial quantity of milk. What was the initial quantity of milk? 4 parts. 4 parts is equals to 8. Understood? Come on. Right. Now we can reduce this also. First case and then second case. First case, what is constant? Milk is constant. Milk in the initial ratio, we have 4 parts. So I want to make milk constant. So then milk becomes 4 because that is constant, and water becomes 6. Yes? Second case, which is constant? Water. Water in the initial container, 3 parts. So I will take water as 3 parts. But the final ratio must be 2:1. Hence I need to write 6 parts. Correct? First case, which is constant? Milk. So initial milk is 4 parts. That becomes how many parts? 6 parts. How many parts increased? 2 parts. Why? There is a change in milk component. Why there is a change in milk component? Because X minus 20 liters of milk is added. Correct? Correct? Now, this is original quantity of water. Initial ratio 3 parts only. Initial ratio water is 3 parts. But that becomes 6 parts. How many parts increased? 3 parts. Why there is 3 parts increase in milk, in water? X liters what? Milk increased by 2 parts. Water increased by 3 parts. Difference? Difference? 1 part. Milk increased by X minus 20. Water increased by X. Difference? Can I conclude 1 part is equal to 20? Initial milk is 4 parts, that is equals to 80. Followed? Come on. Right. It's not a free question, we have to calculate. Product must be 72. Sum must be 17. Minus 8 minus 9 is the combination, and factors are 8 comma 9 divided by coefficient of x square. Product must be 9, sum must be minus 6. Combination minus 3, same number we are getting, so I'll write plus 3. This value is 4, this is 4.5. 4, 4.5, whatever the value compared with respect to 3, x is greater than y. Product must be 36, sum must be 12. Combination is 6 comma 6, same number we are getting, so we can write one number there, divided by coefficient of x square. Product must be 12, sum must be 7, combination is 3 comma 4 itself. Then factors are minus 3 minus 4 divided by 3. This is minus 1.5, minus 1, minus 1.33. Whatever it is, minus 1.5 compared with respect to minus 1 or minus 1.33, x is less than y. Product must be 42, sum must be 13, combination 6 comma 7. Factors are minus 6, minus 7. Product is 132, sum is 23, 11 and 12. Factors are minus 11, minus 12. Whatever it is, x is greater than y. Product is 42. Sum must be 13. 6 and 7. Minus 6 minus 7 is the combination. Factors are plus 6 plus 7 divided by coefficient of x square 3. 5 and 11, that itself is the combination. Factors are plus 5 plus 11 divided by coefficient of y square. This is 2, this is 2 1 by 3. This is 1, this is 2 1 by 3. 2 stands in between 1 and 2 1 by 3, right? Whenever you get that in between condition, answer, relation cannot be established. Product is minus 110, sum must be minus 1. Minus 11 plus 10 is the combination. Then factors are plus 11 minus 10. Y cube is equal to 1331, then y is equal to only positive. Equal condition, less than condition. X less than or equal to y. A invested x rupees in simple interest at 14% rate of interest per annum for 5 years. B invested 2 times the interest obtained by A in compound interest at 25% per annum, 25% rate of interest per annum for 2 years. The interest obtained by B is 3150. Okay. Now let me say A principal is 100% and he invested it for 5 years at 14% per annum. So we will get 70% interest. B invested 2 times the interest obtained by A. What is interest obtained by A? 70%. Then B principal is 2 times of that, which is 140%. And that is invested at the rate of 25% per annum for 2 years. And the interest is given as 3150. So first let me calculate what is the interest obtained by B here. First year he will get 25% of this number, correct? How much is 25%? 35. Second year he will get 25% on both numbers, right? Come on, principal and first year interest. Upon principal it is 35. On first year interest, 35 by 4. 35 by 4. 8, 3 by 4%. This is the interest received by B. Yes. How much is that? 78, 3 by 4%. 78, 3 by 4% is the interest received, which is equal to 3150. So let me convert 78 3 by 4 to the other number. 78 4 times, double double. 78 double, 156. 156 double, 312 plus 3, 315. So this is equal to 315 by 4%. That is what interest received from B. If this value is equals to 3150. Now the question says, find the difference between amount invested by AB. Amount invested by A and B is 40%, right? Come on. From this above statement, can we say 1% is equal to 40? Matladandi. Then 40% is equal to 1600. Followed. If B invested the same amount in simple interest at the same rate of interest per annum, but for 6 years, find the interest obtained by B. If B invests same money in the sense 140% at the same rate of interest in the sense 25%, but instead of compound interest, if it is given at simple interest for 6 years, if simple interest per year, if it is 25%, in 6 years, how much interest we will get? 150%. 150% of the principal, right? Come on. 150% of 140 in the sense, how much is that? 210%. 210% is equal to 210 into 40. 2 zeros are here. 21 4 times 84. 8,400 answer. Got it? Yes, there is one question left, right? What is that? 72. Out of total number of students in school D and school E, 2/5 and 3/4 of the students are from school X. School X and then Y. We have D and then E. In D, 2/5. 2/5 of school D people, 380. First of all, let's see, is this 380? 192 times, correct. Okay. Out of 380, 2/5 in the sense 40%, 10% double, 38, 76, 76 है ना? 76, 152. So 152 are here out of 380. Then remaining people are 228. They will be in school Y. 3/4 of the students are from city X in school C. 3/4 of total number of students in E are from city E, school E. If the total number of students from city Y in both schools together, it is 278. Ikkada manam chesina mistake. So how much is here? 50. So this 50, if 3/4 of E are in X, 1/4 of E will be in Y, which is equal to 50. Then 3/4 of E must be equal to 3 times of this number. So I am taking 3 times of 50, that is 150. Total students difference we were asked to calculate. Total students in school D is 150 plus 50, that is 200. We were asked to calculate difference 180, fifth option. 180. So మనం ఫస్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఎక్కడ కొట్టింది అని అంటే ఈ 50ని 3/4 ఆఫ్ ఈగా తీసుకున్నాం. సో 50 అనేది 3 మల్టిపుల్ కాదు కాబట్టి నాకు డౌట్ వచ్చి అక్కడ ఆపేసాం. అది యాక్చువల్గా 1/4 ఆఫ్ ఈ. అది. సో ద ఆన్సర్ ఈజ్ 180. ఓవర్.